Alright. I'm trying to get situated here real quick. Wait just a second. Where are my glasses? Okay. Alright, let's do... Whoop! Wrong button. Oh, the image stays. Oh, no, the image doesn't stay. There we go! There we go. Hello, everybody. So, actually, I'm gonna be logging out. Because one thing I forgot to do was watch the little Endwalker music. Or movie thing. So we're gonna watch movies and title. We're gonna watch Endwalker demo and title. So let's enjoy this. Because I haven't seen this because I kept forgetting to do that. What you got? Like a boss.
myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel. And yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate.
Some of this isn't surprising because I went through so much MSQ already.
The hour is come, creature. It's all or nothing.
Oh, our Ezra boy. That does not surprise me.
Stage is set, but will our hero deign to play their part? You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh.
its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must then, but we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Music's a little loud. Battlestar Galactica. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Okay. Okay. Alright, we watched it. We watched it. I gotta log in. Alright, got that out of the way. I need to unplug this. Oh well, we're queuing up. Gotta get my slippers. Okay. So, that was interesting. Music was a little louder than the voices, but I heard what was going on. So we got that out of the way. So we're going to go back to Radz-at-Han and continue with MSQ. But we have to slowly make our way all the way back over there. But I got a new mount. I got my diamond quiver. And honestly, it's a really fun extreme. It's actually not that bad. Doable with one tank, one healer, rest DPS. Don't die, keep up the DPS, and you will easily, like, finish him off before the phase change. But we're in our new area, so let's go. Put on our regular music, regular overworld music. I still need the ruby and the emerald mount, and then I could get that last one. And I forgot I had eye makeup on. Whoops. All right. Let me make sure all this is okay while we're running all the way back. Just a little bit. Oh, I'm close to leveling up my Dragoon to 85. Nice. Oh, I gotta spend... Okay, I spent my tomestones. And, I also... My sacks of nuts were, maxed out. But now, since I am in Shadowbringers, or Endwalker, I unlocked the hunt thing in Old Charlian, and I got the mount and the minion. So, now I have to get more sacks of nuts, which I'll easily get from, the hunts that I do. And, oh dear. That's dirty. Yes. I thought that guy was gonna deny me. Let me in. But yeah, my hunts, I'll get it back, and then I can get the rest of the few things that I want. Plus gear. I could easily get gear for my 90 stuff. I got my machinist to 68. It was like 50 something earlier this week, so it's getting there. I'm just gonna save Red Mage for last. Where do I need to go? Oh yeah, I need to go over here. Yeah. I think I'll get a couple DPS to level 80, and then I'll pick up one of the tanks, get that leveled up, and go back to another couple DPS. There's just so many DPS. It would be nice, you know, if for a... It would be nice if they added like another tank or healer role. And like, I hope if they add a new class, it's not DPS. Just so we got a little bit more variety. Alright, the color of joy is our quest. Yeah. It's sad, because we're during sad times. But we're gonna change that. We're gonna change that, and it's gonna be a bustling, hustling city once more. Alright, Alfie, what you got? Archon. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. I just came from there. Okay. But we did Tower Azat last time. We completed that, and we saved people. We got Nidana back. Which made me really happy, honestly. Alright, Allie. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Okay. Oh, that's a minute cooldown. Okay. Yeah, so I'm doing an early stream today because I have a friend who's gonna play 16 tonight. I want to watch. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Radz-at-Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this store takes us. But yeah. Gonna play, I don't know what time though, but we'll go until they start. So, I mean, that should give us a couple hours. Whee! Woke-chan, hello. And here is the Aetheryte Plaza. So far, so good. And there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross the other side of the hall and then pass through the larger of two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. Let's go. And I could have read that on my map. But they don't know they're in a game and they can do that. Alright. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place. Yeah, cutscene.
These are the Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for.
I'm sorry.
Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations. Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
Totally get it.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
I've been to
We shall
Bosnia.
share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Got it, boss.
Please, I must speak with you.
He done. Aww.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
Aww.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Havnir from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
I'm so happy with this.
The talisman? Is this true?
What a good start to the day. Yes.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
And my pretty flower.
Look at that! Its color is completely changed.
Because she's so happy, so it changed.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, Some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions.
Ha!
Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion.
Aww.
As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense! You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then?
Yep.
I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
Oh, that's always been. Right, Bilbo? Except you. You get all the sleep. Lucky doggy. Oh, that was a really neat cutscene. I like that. Check something real quick. Okay. There we go. Alright. Back to old Charlian. Wait. While I'm this close, can I finally attune to the Aetheryte? Ugh, no. No, well, it was worth a shot while I was right there. So. Macaroni noises. What's that person's name? Alright. Aww. I like the night music. It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labors safely in storage. For now, we have to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Yeah. Welcome back, Shiny! Krile has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone. be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Yeah, I would love to. Give me that bread. Oh. There's always gotta be that.
Take heart and protect them well.
I'll do my best. No Ardbert, though. Oh!
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
I love this!
We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
It's the burger! Aww. Oh.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
That's the way to do it.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Exactly.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Quile, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radz-at-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, That's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
That's how you say it.
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
Take the cookie. Take the cookie. Take the cookie! Take the cookie.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh!
Oh. You left a cookie, a donut, a muffin. You do know these are my quarters, right? Are we pushing on until dawn?
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Yeah, for real. Yep, let me move that. Aww. I'm so happy with this. We're having a really happy beginning of the stream. Okay, this is good. Okay, I spoke too soon. What do you want, Xenos?
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
Definitely not you.
No. All else is equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke.
But then came the light. Blinding and pure and hot. So very hot. Enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
We watched it in the movie, A Bunch of Fire.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Ooh.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Dang. Many cutscenes. Ah, yeah. Virgo, have a good stream. I'll have to pass on that. I don't do any of that stuff, Virgo. I don't do any of that sort of thing. No, I gotta do it the legit old school way. Alright, sound the bell. School's in. Alright, let's go to class. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the studium as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Scholar Monteshane and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnir. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Ishtal and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Of course I would. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Oh, Graha. You're not a tall boy. I do need to mend my stuff. I need to mend a few things. There we go. Heading out for a stroll? The scholar himself was here? In In that case, what are we waiting for? I am too eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino, of all people worrying over his reputation, and at our alma mater, no less, will wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go! Right! Yeah! I think I was in the middle of trying a new Dragoon glam. My new Summoner glam. Oh, I didn't, yeah. I didn't save it. I guess I forgot to save it. Oopsie! It is Phenomenon. While I expect you made note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices, and so forth. As the center of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of aetherological phenomena, hence the name. Though with aether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the Studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in aetherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlian's foremost educational institute. You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Oh, indeed, I've since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech. Such is his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then. Youngest to enter the Studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and aetherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the Studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors, and I am certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater. Moving on. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Leveleur began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Let's go! What could go wrong? Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Scholar Montache. Other faculty tend to frequent their office, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. Alright. A little investigation. Ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. I gotta look up something. Okay. There we go. Okay. I just had to make sure how long I still got left to stream. Got about 2 hours. I could get a lot done in 2 hours. I could get a lot of story. Scripts? Oh, look at gear. Oh. Gissel greens. How many do I have? I have 350. That's fine. That was Alphino Leveler, was it? The Alphino, and he's with his sister and Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. Oh, sorry. You said you're looking for the scholar, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Aliaf should have a better idea. Bert Swinda. That's a name. Oh. Alright. Are you lost? Wander in off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me you're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studio? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pysa, this, tongue of Gigantoad, that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information. I beg your pudding? You're not a gleaner? Then this was all an elaborate ruse? No, wait. Come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of some sorts. Home to many rare and expensive curious, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the scholar has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. We're off on a wild goosey goose chase. Well, that's why I should be able to ride my mount so I can catch up to him. There's a summoning bell here. Nice. Nice. Level-headed student. Yes, the scholar was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums? Yeah. Little puppy's just sleeping on the couch. She's so adorable. Beep, 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 beep. It's Monty Shane, or however you say his name. I don't remember.
Ah, I remember you.
I remember you too.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Why do I think this is not going to go well? I hope I'm wrong.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
Will do.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Will do. I want to learn me some new learny things. I had a ramen. My stomach don't feel good. Fake ramen. I remember this from Crystal Chronicles, the song.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into 3 forms. 2 are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Corporeal ether?
Yes. Very good.
Ah! Look at me. Smart.
This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, my neighbors, I put in like 8 noise complaints. They're gonna get another one. They just won't stop. Oh,
It
yes.
would blot out everything that was written.
Oh, so that's how they do it.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well.
Dang. Okay, makes sense.
In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The seventh Umbral Calamity.
Huh?
The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process.
Oh, okay.
Unnecessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
I mean, preventing widespread
I should hope
panic.
not.
Is understandable.
But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty.
That's...
Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea.
Gee. In a way, that's a burden. In a way, that's a burden.
For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean.
That is neat.
And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose.
I would say so. Yeah.
But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
I really like the sound effects.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon.
Ooh.
Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Ooh. Nice, thank you.
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
They're gonna take us all over the place, I guarantee you that. Well, I learned a lot. I learned a good amount of stuff. Nice. Alright. Hold on 1 second. Alright. Oh, a pewter weapon coffer. 525. 530. Alright. A capital idea. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the form's true motives and the mysteries of life itself, for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way we could better acquaint yourself with Ki Aliapo, as the scholar suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Wait. Was it this person? Hand or land? Okay, yeah, I don't need to do that. Oh. I feel like as I go through the story, the singing's gonna get a little clearer. I think. Okay. Alright. Off to the annex. Progressing. Okay. Progressing. Okay. Oh, Graham, our favorite boy. Along with Hershey and Esty. Ah, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studium proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow scions. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Lominsa. Oh! So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrun. Alright, let's do that. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? SD. SD, SD, SD. Whew, I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain though. Ritra and the alchemists of the Great Work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I know. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. Uh-huh, I know. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. Tulimsa Lominsa! Let's go! Let's go. This music brings me back from when I first started in Limsa. I was told to expect you, Ismid, as you may or may not be aware that Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seatseer and the Sultana, 3 of the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you? Let me in. Let me in. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right that the discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Radz-at-Han has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, the scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Tlaferoi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsebard contingent. Nice! To think such progress has been made in so short a span. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Tlaferoi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. Yeah, I agree with that. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. I agree. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway. Though the same could be said of the Telophoroi, they're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. I'd wager the spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Ishtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that, regardless once we have uncovered the truth. We'll bring their schemes crashing down, along with their infernal towers. Yeah, let's go kick some butt. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. That's true, Esty. Asking the right questions. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Of course I do. Of course I accept. Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. I do. I'm choice, honor and for revenge against the Telophoroi. I don't know. Okay. I'm sticking with it. Couldn't have put it better myself. Exactly. Ishtola, Thankra, and Uriaje have already pledged their support and they're on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Nice. That's a little loud. Once you have delivered the warding scales to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Elsabard. Rauban and Lord Emmerich are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs, and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telophoroi so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Nice. So, we're gonna start heading maybe send to Garlemald. That's exciting. New places are always exciting. Let's see. Kirabanya. Let's go. We learned a lot today. We learned a lot. There's no choice but to keep on going. I'm ready for a new area. I want to go to a new area. Ah, more cutscenes. Ah, the Wanderers return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Elsabard contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Honestly, that's true, you can't. Sadly not, though. I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I've battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than my blade. Aw. I'd hate to say it, but Lord Emmerich's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Elsabard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. is Gaius. Much has occurred since we parted ways in Whirlit. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us. Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Talaferoi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsebard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to rise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. That's true. It's kind of complicated. I understand. Whirlit's in your hands. I doubt they'll be pleased to see the champions aid. Yeah. We will deliver your people from harm. We got it. We got it. Homie, we got it. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I am certain of it. Yeah, exactly. Got it. In light of Gaius's rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would not stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? Yeah. You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you, all of you. Nice. Nice. Ah. I'm glad I did the weapons before continuing MSQ. Oh. Ooh, present. The other members of the Ilsebard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you are ready. The remaining members of the Scions, your friends and most of the Ilsebard contingent. Wait, blah 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 blah. Let's go. I hope it's voiced so I can get a reading break. I think so. Please no more Lakshmi.
By the 12.
Please no Lakshmi. We had that happen once. This makes me so happy. This makes me so happy and excited.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose.
I'm so proud of you guys.
We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsebard contingent.
He looks like Hershey. He looks like Hershey.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Oh, I love you, Lucia.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end.
I love it.
We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
What a lady. Those are some of the people from your different shop quests.
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer.
His voice is deeper than
We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Aww.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Oh yeah, it's Sickard.
Wait, I know you.
What?
The name's Sickard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me.
'Cause you? He wants a new life for you.
Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship.
Amen.
So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but the promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Proud of you.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction. With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolaine!
Oh, yes!
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service.
Yes! Yes!
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Appreciate that. Lead on. Lead on, Twinkle Toes.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring do.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Hope for
Actually,
good reason.
they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Ah, here she comes. Ah. Hi. I'm so
Forgive us
happy.
for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
I'm so happy.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those at Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance.
Yes.
Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Balesar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlit, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Oh. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Wonderful. I'm so happy. I'm in such a good mood. Let's go kick some butt. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea through their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors? Of course I will. Let's go. Warding scales for the Ishgardian delegation, I take it? Yeah. Have a scale. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. I believe in you. That a set of warding scales I spy? Not that I would know what they'd look like. They look like this. Have one. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with aether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Gotta do a little extra than just kill him. Don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. I heard you've got something for us. Have a scale. The scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, aren't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gil or two when it's all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing, I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Einzar instead? Buggered if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilfair told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future, and here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing, so let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Alright. Yes? Have a warding scale, my friend. So these are the famed warding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. I myself am especially grateful for this opportunity to visit distant lands. I wish to follow in the footsteps of Master Atawa and learn all there is to learn of this star that we call home. Indeed, this is the primary reason I volunteered to join the expedition. To journey outside the Twelveswood, much less enter into Imperial territory, is a rare privilege afforded a Pagel. Not that I'm tagging along to see the sights, the Garleans would benefit from my healing magics as would our comrades, should fighting break out. We do need healers. Oh, Serena. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Get cozy, my friends. Oh, the talismans. We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Authored, has been plagued by the towers, yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Hien and Ugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Alright. Maxima. Do you have a warding scale for me too? Yeah, last one. Last one. Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamegan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. Well, I'll be good. I think I'll be good. Okay. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Urianger and I. We will have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Oh. Hark! Is the cry of scions in need of a tailor, I hear? Who is that? Oh, it's our dear friend. But how? Wah, I have my ways, oh yes indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsebard without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. Oh, now you will wear these garments I made for you, whether you like it or not. Oh, you never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? That's true. Very true. I did have one other thing to share. Ergmus and Blomwida have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian? Oh, why not? You could keep Kral company in the Baldessian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there, and I heard Ergmus and Blomida did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we have nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. Oh, I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. Oh. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. I want to see what she made. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Cold weather glam, do it! Do it for— I will! I'll do it! I'll do it! I'll do it. Too bad I'm not white mage, because I have really good— I have that one white mage glam for like cold weather. I don't have one for Dragoon. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Because I have that if I was playing Might Mage, but I'm not. So that was unfortunate. Innkeep. Retire to an inn room. I don't know if it was put in here. There we go. Let's see. I can just get rid of that. Actually, no. Because I don't want to lose the die. No. I'll get rid of this one. I made a new one anyway. Let's see. Where's Dragoon? Dragoon. Lancer. Now I gotta find it. There we go. Okay, that don't look too bad. I think that should be just fine. I got a couple boot options. No. I think I'll go with the Animos boots. Don't have any hat. Got a Santa hat going on. I don't really have much for headgear. Get a crown. Oh, yeah, I can just keep my purple flower. This hair hides a lot of the head stuff, though. Ooh, I like that one. Oh yeah, it's a Spear of Light. I got that. Do I want to dye this? Where do I get that gloom dye from? I used to have a bunch of dye. What, that's gloom purple dye. Wait a minute, don't I have... I think that should be fine, right? That should be fine. I'll just... Oh. There we go. Alright. We're going back. We're ready. Bilbo's just passed out on the couch. Oh, sweet baby. Here we go! A frosty reception. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Oh, there he is! Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Okay, here we go. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it'll be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of his expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Here we go! Oh, cutscene. Oh, gosh. When I see that, I get really, really anxious. I need to actually get a cup of water real quick, but I don't want anyone to die. No banquet, no vault, please. Okay. That smile does not make me feel good. But we had a lot of happy cutscenes today. We had a bunch of good feels. Let's please keep it up. If you enter battles associated with it, or log. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited. Super duper.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
I don't know. You tell me.
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Got a point.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Got it, boss. Meanwhile, at the Imperial Supply Depot.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Is this Thancred?
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Let's do some damage. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Assuming there's nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you're ready. You ever play Metal Gear Solid while you're... I have not. It's like so, okay. Oh, I played Ninja. I know this. I've never ever played a Metal Gear Solid game. But I can see it. Commence mission.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time.
Okay.
We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Deception. Reduces damage. Damage. Look at my bow.
Seven hells.
Whoop. Ah, I botched it. All right, this is Thancred. Yeah, this is Thancred. He's not doing a very good job. Ah. Gee. And then this one's that silent takedown. Aha. Rig the inactive. Oh boy.
Must be losing my touch.
I'm sorry. I failed you. I don't think I'm gonna make this. I goofed it up. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I didn't think that one through. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was Thancred, yes. He's getting old. Definitely getting old. Well, I have a better sense of what to
Keep your wits
expect.
about you. It's time. We only have one shot at this,
Oh,
so let's
hurry
make it count.
up. Oh, we go. There we go. That's what we gotta do. Come on, let's get this going. Okay.
Damn, spotted.
Oh, darn, I did that too. Too soon. Come on. Ah!
7 hells.
I mean, honestly, I'm not Thancred. That's why it's not good. Okay. Okay, is this the...
Must be losing my touch.
I keep forgetting there's like this very small timer. What does this do? Reduces damage taken. Hiding place.
This is Thancred. The
Oh,
explosives.
I get it now.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood.
Oh, gosh.
Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
I understand this is Thancred now. Oh. That thing's gonna come back. I'll look at that in just a second.
Seven hells.
I'm gonna die again. I don't like this.
Not like this.
Let me see what this is. Oh. This is Oh. Hey, Warsayer, what's up? I'm dying a lot. I'm failing miserably. Gotta pick the right technique for the... I know! I'm overthinking it. I feel like I'm really overthinking it.
Keep your wits about you.
I'm sure you did it much better than me.
We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Five times. Okay. This is like my third time, I think. I think this is my third time. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, I can't do it to that
Using my
guy.
touch.
Okay, now I learned for next time. There we go. I'm learning. Alright, this is Thancred.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned.
I'm gonna try, Pinch.
Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's funny. Okay. Okay, so I gotta stun the doggy.
Damn, spotted.
Ah! So stupid slashers. I at least got over here. Okay. Let me hide over here. Okay. I hope this is the end. I hope this is it. Withdraw from the supply. Okay. Oh. Okay. I did it though.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
All right. 4th of July is round the corner. Nice. Stealth mission got rid of everything to leave absolutely no. I believe you, Pinch. I can see it. A few moments later, at the rear of the Ilsabard contingent, something or another. Oh.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Okay. I get to comfortably play as Shiny now. Oh.
Fighters! Protect the others!
Oh, there.
A brief respite,
Oh.
but stay alert.
Do I not fight any of these guys?
Keep the carriages safe.
I guess not. Or I do? There we go.
What impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Oh. You don't have to say that, my friend.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
I can
Go on
see
ahead.
that.
We'll hold the line.
We're the only ones still struggling. Can't we put our backs into it then? I've been
Oh, there's
itching
that guy
for a
there.
good scrap.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys are strong.
We're fine. I'm ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Yes, sir. How much further do... Okay, there we go. There we go. Meanwhile, on the front line. It is very crazy. I would not survive
Removed
it.
from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
That's way too cold here for me.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
Ooh.
That I did.
No good
That's
feelings.
Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Let's kick some butt.
There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
Let's go.
We have them now! Forward!
Oh, press the wrong button. Oh boy.
Right! Let them have it!
As a raging bull!
Oh, I thought I heard a staff marker.
That's her! Vigilia!
Do not fall behind!
What'd that do? Okay. boy.
Kneel or die!
Can you guys stop? This is too crazy.
Tremble before the sun!
Please.
May your screams fill the air!
Thank you. Oh. Thank you. That was a lot going on.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
I'm so happy for her. Oh. Poor guy.
That was the last of them.
I still have hope for him.
The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
Gabi, but Serena's a really nice lady. Serena's a really nice lady. Serena's someone that you want.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain.
Hmm.
800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
That looks cool.
The chosen forsaken.
Here we are.
In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
And there's that monstrosity looming in the distance. Finally! I'm in Garlemald! Can I attune to this aetheryte? I'd like to.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
It's a nice aetheryte. Nice aetheryte. Oh. Here we go. Alright. Got all this to explore. Eventually. We made it to Garlemald! We made it far and wide. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther, we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Ishtola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of the camp? Alize and I will meet you there. Okay. Let's find them. I don't like the cold. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head has cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Za, only far more terrifying. Aether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Oh, yeah. That don't look good. You will be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I will make my way there. Yeah, that's sad. I think going into like an abandoned building that's completely like ransacked or like in complete shambles and disarray, like it's one thing, but if it's abandoned, everything's in place, I think that's even more settling. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin. Yes, Krim! We just made it to Garlemald. We did the solo instance. I died a lot.
Our present situation is as follows.
As Thancred.
Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
They know we're here.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Yes.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Oh wait! No, I don't. If there are any survivors, we will surely find them. This is Thancred? Not me, I'm not Thancred.
I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return.
I died a lot.
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Did I tune to this? Okay, just making sure. Gods be good. If it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when we next meet. Makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like this, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. Tracks in the snow. What ho, chums? Okay. Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like rather a tall order. Since you ask where to scour the Eblan Rhine for survivors. What? Wander around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? It'd take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know just the spot to begin your search. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. I mean, a telescope could be, it was invented for a reason. I'm slow. I'm too slow. Aether current. Haha. I'm glad I saw that. Gee. Just snow everywhere. It's snowing. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing? Or maybe it's a cow? Not what we're after either way. Is that an aether current? No, just a wind sprite. That gets me every time. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. Below, what do I see? Orion Hillock. There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. Huh. A survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree, it looks like she's running away from something. Though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. Well, I know, I'm slow. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful, thank you. Why don't you need some... But don't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And lest we forget, the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. It's nice to see him again, honestly. I missed him. Whee! Oh, look at that guy fly. Jealous. A trail of fresh footprints lead east. Ooh, cerulean spray. Ew, what is that? Ew. Garlemald's weird. These footprints appear to be the same as you saw previously, and they lead towards the building. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first, we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible that she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? Gee. Let's see who this mystery person is. The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It would be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Okay, some more stealth. Okay. So far, so good. Overgrown rose. Ew. Ew, that thing's disgusting. Ew. Look at all those mouths. Ew. Is someone there? Just some overgrown roses. I'm neutral about these. I'm neutral about them. There was one I did before for a blue quest in Thavnair, and I couldn't figure out where the boy I was supposed to follow. I didn't know where he was, so I kept failing it. I'm like, where do I go? Who's this person that I'm supposed to follow? I had to look up a video, and I just had to look behind me from the destination spot. So yeah, epic fail. Yeah, if you don't remember and you're trying to remember, yeah, that gets kind of tough. Personally, I do like to tend to like the question ones. They're a little more involved, I think, for me mentally than this. What? No. Well, ain't that some crap? Oh, I was supposed to approach her at that point, huh? And I have to slowly run all the way back. Oh, I got barely spotted. Oh. I have to hide better behind that pillar. Yes, I'll follow her again. And she conveniently comes all the way back here. Yeah, that one, especially when you get that far. Yeah. At that moment, I really don't like this one. And we're just surrounded by all these ugly things here, too. For real. Yeah, after this quest line, I'll be finishing up because I'm gonna watch you guys play. Or just you, Krim. I don't know why I said you guys. It's you playing. But yeah, you'll see me in chat. You'll see me in chat. Can't wait. Mm-hmm. I must be imagining things. Can you hurry before this thing gets any closer to me? Come on. Come on, girl in green. I don't even like the sound effect. If they spot me, I'm done for. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. This should be good. Hopefully. The final spurt. I was so close. I was so close. All right. That was so close. We did it. We did it. Still in one piece. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Please. We just want to talk. Oh, Alfie. I'm Alphino. This is my sister Alize and our good friend Shiny. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all of this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Talaferoi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. Hey, Fluff! So 14 online going. It's going alright. We got to Garlemald, and I failed a lot as Thancred. That's why I'm not Thancred. That's why Thancred's Thancred. But Crim's going to be streaming 16 here in a little bit, and then I'll just be hopping over there. I'm just finishing up this quest real quick. But I've been going 3 hours, but that's going good. Lots of cutscenes. Thanks for hanging out. You're the first person we've met who hasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Talaferoi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with the introductions. Can you tell me your name? Yeah, always welcome. My name's Licinia. As for how I managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question. Ever since that night and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams, I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. Ominous. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran, past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled, as far as my legs would take me. Dang. I mean, that's pretty traumatic. Did you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers, or it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were... The truth is our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help, can you? Of course, whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I better tell the others first, though. Wait here. Ah. So there are other people. Happy music! This is everyone. Hi, everyone! Lucinia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating in place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that is too much to ask, then leave us be. Oh, time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic, Alice? Yeah. We'll have a fire burning in no time. May we build it under that gazebo? The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes, yes, do as you will. Ooh. What was that look, girl? What was that look? All right. Still can't attune to the Radz-at-Han Aetherite, but let's see, is Crim officially live? Crim officially live at 5. Oh gee. Yeah.
Got it.
Let's see. How do I... even know how to raid. I've never raided before. I wonder how do I raid? I gotta look that up real quick. Oh. I could probably do that from my, whatchamacallit? Probably here. First time for everything. Do I do /raid? I know, this is quite not ideal. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I got this. If not, it will let me know. What? Make sure I spelled it right. Nice. There we go.
Ah, hi Shiny. Thank you for the raid. Okay, screen brightness needs to be turned down. Because even on stream, I can see it's like really fucking bright. How was the rest of the quest? So I need to adjust my volume stuff. Personal volume. Let me see. What was that? Yeah, it's at -14. There we go. That's better. Congrats, Shiny, on learning how to raid. Woo! Right at the end when you goof. Damn. Feels bad. We'll do like 2 or 3 brightness. We'll do 2. I can adjust it later if I need to. Subtitles, yes. Controller vibration, yes. English, voiceover English. Performance. I'm gonna go with frame rate for now. We'll see. Oh, that's neat. Visual alert settings. That's cool.
Okay, then I can just...
We're doing action focused.